All three readings tonight talk about the virtue of hospitality. So important we as human beings show hospitality to one another. In the first reading, Abraham is sitting by his tent, and these three strange men who he doesn't know appear. And immediately he invites them, "Come and let me get some water and wash your feet." He says, "Yeah, let your servant wash your feet." He's seeing himself as a servant with these strangers. And then he says, "Rest under the tree and let us prepare some food for you before you go on your journey." And they agree. And of course, he calls Sarah and she makes her famous rolls, and he gets the fatted calf killed, and they prepare a nice beef dinner and all the trimmings. And the two men are quite pleased. They ask about Sarah, and then they tell him the wonderful message they had been waiting for years and years. They said, "We will return about a year from now, and your wife Sarah will have a son," and that would be Isaac. They treated them with hospitality and received a wonderful message from God through these three men, more like they were angels. St. Paul, in the second reading to the Colossians, says that Christ is in you. Christ is in you. He is in us, and he is in our neighbor. And that's why we show hospitality. Whatever we do to another, we do to Christ. When we treat someone with hospitality, we're doing it to Jesus. And the famous gospel that all of you know so well, and many who are homemakers would say, "Well, what's the problem with Martha? Who's going to do the laundry and the cleaning and setting the table and baking and everything if she doesn't do it?" Well, the Lord wasn't criticizing her for doing that. Martha was actually showing the virtue of hospitality in terms of service. Mary was showing hospitality in terms of listening. When we invite guests to a dinner at our home, we usually prepare everything so well that when they get there, we can sit down and talk with them for a while before we serve the dinner, because it's all ready. And that's what the Lord was saying, that Martha, I've been in the house now for a while, and Mary is talking to me, but we haven't talked yet. You need to come and talk with me. He was there not so much for the meal as he was for the interpersonal relationship with Martha and Mary. And those are good things for us to remember in our own dealings with people as well. That to share, to be hospitable is such a great gift. As a parish, we're going to be very hospitable tomorrow afternoon when we have the parish picnic. We'll sit down as a family, as a parish family, and we'll share food together and we'll tell stories. Hopefully we'll meet some parishioners that we've never met yet. Hopefully I can learn some more names. I'm still trying very hard to do that. And it's a good thing, because the more that we know each other and spend some time together, the better it is. We really have to say that tomorrow afternoon, nothing else is important. Our parish family is important, and it's important for us to gather together. Tonight is important. As a parish family, we gather tonight at this liturgy. Nothing else matters except being in this church at the feet of Jesus all together, listening to him in the scriptures, receiving his body and blood in the Holy Eucharist. And so we're privileged to sit at the feet of Jesus every time we come here. We need to be hospitable to Jesus. The Irish have a poem that goes like this: Jesus, come in the evening, come in the morning. Jesus, come when expected, come without warning. Thousands of welcomes you'll find here before you, and the oftener you come, the more we'll adore you. Now, I think that's a little over the top if you think about people. If you just said, "Come anytime you want to my house," that'd be a little rough. But in terms of Jesus, we should get up in the morning and say at least the minimal morning prayer of saying, "Lord, I offer this day to you. I welcome you to be with me as I walk through this day." And how good that is. And we truly can say to Jesus, "Come in the evening, Lord. Come in the morning. Come when expected and come without warning. Thousands of welcomes you'll find here before you, and the oftener you come, the more we'll adore you." We want Jesus to be hospitable to us. We want to be hospitable to him. And so tonight we thank the Lord for his love for us and for his presence with us. And we ask We ask him to continue to hear our prayers and help us to realize whenever we reach out to another, we reach out to him.